been their backup quarterback in Sam Darnold. Deebo Samuel, he's now out for several weeks with the lower extremity injury. Christian McCaffrey, he's out for at least 4 weeks with the calf/Achilles tendonitis. So here is the question, James Jones. The Niners lost to the Vikings. After losing to them last year as well, I remind everybody, Brock Purdy did not look great, though statistically he ddid mount several yards. James, bad game or bad sign for the Niners?
I'm going to say this is a bad game for the Niners. 2 for 10 on third down. They were very, very bad on third down. I don't know what it is about the Minnesota Vikings and on the road against Minnesota. They just don't play well. Because if you watched the game last year, Brock Purdy played worse last year than he did this year. And they still ended up in the Super Bowl. It is week 2. I know the Niners have a really good football team. I know they're battling some injuries right now. But I'm going to say this is a bad game. And I think O'Connell has the Niners number defensively, and my man over there calling them defensive plays against Kyle Shanahan, Brian Flores, he has his number defensively over there going up against Kyle Shanahan. So the Vikings play the Niners tough. They know how to play the Niners. I'm going to say this is a bad football game. I don't know if this game necessarily goes like that in San Francisco. I'm not that confident in the Vikings going to San Francisco. I'm going to say this was a bad game, not a bad sign. You thinking about it, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, it's difficult for me a little bit because, I mean, I think it's a bad game. But it can turn into a bad sign.
Elaborate.
Well, Deebo Samuel out, okay, for a long time. CMC out, IR. The 49ers are 0-3 with Brock Purdy at quarterback when Deebo Samuel does not play. He's a secret sauce when it comes to that. He had 10 targets. He had 110 yards last game. He was really watching the film and the all-22. He was the only guy, our guy, Brock. Brandon Ayuk is not all the way back. I don't know what you see, just conditioning standpoint.
I've been saying that from the get-go.
And it's tough for a receiver to miss. You can't sit out. But at the end of the day, the only reason that it will or will not turn into a bad sign is the guy under center, and that's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, you've been talked about, and I'm a big fan of Brock Purdy. You've been talked about your entire career. Is he a system guy, or can he be a quarterback like a Josh Allen or like a Lamar or like a Patrick? Can you put the team on your back and can you do something with it? Can you facilitate a loaded roster around you and just, do you win if things go right? Do you win if Kyle Shanahan gives you the perfect play? Or are you going to take it into your own hands? Are you going to, all you have is Brandon Ayuk. And George Kittle was, he got an IV, he missed the game. You have Jordan Mason. You don't have your guys. Trent Williams even himself said he's 85% back. At the end of the day, can you, Brock Purdy, do what everyone thinks you can't do? Because most people out there think this is Kyle Shanahan's system. I put the onus on you for the next 4 or 5 games to see if you can get some wins. And their schedule lines up well. At the end of the day, Brock Purdy, you play well, the 49ers will win.
You think he will? You think he can do it? Or you think it's more the system? Before I answer, I just want to perspective.
I think he's a good quarterback.
Okay.
I think the system elevates him.
I agree with that. And I would say it the same way. All right. You ready for mine? I'm going to say it's a bad sign, right? For a lot of different reasons. One is, I think the best receiver for that team, right? Brandon Ayuk, right? Come off the contract situation, you missed a whole bunch of camp, and you just see like he's not really himself yet. Still rusty, which we kind of knew that. Yeah. Same thing with Bosa when he missed time for the contract. All right, your biggest impact player, I'm going with Deebo Samuel. Now, he's hurt. He's dealing with whatever he has going on. I went to actually go watch the game last year, and I could see the impact he has on offense and defense, right? He gets that big run, runs the guy over, makes the guy miss. The defense is hype, so is the offense. So he's going. Trent Williams is the best player on the whole team. He just talked about how he feels he's 80%. He's still getting to that elite level. And then your best player on offense, CMC, is not there. He's going to be going for the next 3 to 4 games. So as I'm looking at this whole team, okay, that's the offense part. Let's go to the defense. On third downs, your defense is ranked 31st out of the NFL, right? That's not really the Niners football. Yeah.
31st?
Red zone touchdown percentage, 24th. Passing defense, 23rd. Total defense, 20. And my thing is, knowing the Niners, if the offense is not going well, that's cool because you got this defense. I watched this interview. They asked Justin Jefferson. They said, man, are you really worried? Because it's the Niners defense, and they did a great job like that. Yeah. This might be a sign like, yo, we got some in the secondary. I don't know.
Bad game.
Okay.
Bad game. That
All
game.
right.
I appreciated Shady's take. I don't necessarily disagree with it. That game. One, the Niners don't usually start their seasons well. Now, it's not as atrocious as the Cincinnati Bengals, but they go to the NFC Championship game after starting 3-5. Then they go after starting 4-4. I don't really care too much about what the Niners do early on in the season unless McCaffrey's done for season. Unless Debo's done for season. Unless Trent Williams is done for season. In the event I'm getting those players back, I'm not all that worried. Shady, you bring up a great point about third down. I'm not looking at team rankings and team statistics until the first quarter of the season.
Okay.
Right now, the Titans, like Chase said, got the best defense in football. They are not the best defense in football.
They could,
okay?
though. Make sure we get this take.
Cut it out.
I'm telling you right
whatever
now.
y'all want to cut out.
First quarter.
They not the best
Cut it
defense in
out.
football.
Hey, Colin, get that.
Right. Whatever y'all want to cut out, they're not. Right now, the Niners have the 31st best third down. They're not the 31st best. People are figuring things out. Charvarius Ward, I would probably travel him next time. They didn't have Charvarius Ward shadowing Justin Jefferson. Now, I don't think he can lock him down, but I would rather have Charvarius Ward on him than have CB2 or CB3 on him now that Demo's back in the slot. So I'm not worried about the Niners. Flores has their number. Do I think the Niners will see Flores anytime soon? No, I don't. And if they see him again and the Niners are full power, y'all already know what type of time it is.
So I guess,
I'm not concerned.
but I guess this is kind of a blessing for Purdy, right? We're saying you $60 million worth, dog.
Bro,
We saying at the end of the year you deserve Dak Prescott money, $60 million money. That's what we saying.
Yeah.
So, no?
Why is it a blessing, though? Because, like,
No.
If I'm him, right, I want all the dudes around me.
But I think he's got a chance to prove it.
It's a blessing that, like, listen, I hear y'all screaming and I'm with you, but
Get your money. Get your money, dog.
I want all my dogs out here and let y'all know that I can. Hey,
I don't disagree. Like because the whole narrative. I don't know how y'all feel about Purdy. I know y'all have talked about it a lot on Speak.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I love Purdy.
Yeah.
Solid quarterback.
Good. But do you think that he can do what he did last year without Debo
No, absolutely
and CMC?
no.
Okay, so to your point,
see, this is my thing, though. I'm learning this, though. Who can, though? Because we blame him for the Niners. We blame for the Niners team, right? And it's not, he don't draft nobody, right? I'm just a quarterback here. And I remember when Ezekiel Elliott, right, he's doing his yards, and everybody's like, oh, man, but his line's so good. So he's doing what he's supposed to do with the team he got. So now, if you take Brock Purdy and you take the guys away from him, right? How we know how good he's going to be? Because I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be the same. But I don't know if Joe Burrow is the same.
The play caller behind you is still the same, though. And so that's what I think. Kyle Shanahan, the genius, right?
He ain't playing.
I just think this is a chance for Brock Purdy to prove to the world that this isn't about Kyle Shanahan, that this isn't about Debo Samuel, that it isn't about the weapons, that you can actually take a team on your back, put them, carry them. They can't be 3-5.
Before you go,
they can't be 3-5.
So let's say, because all the guys is going, right? And he doesn't look good. He doesn't play well. Yeah. Does it change your mind how you pay him?
A little. You're not paying them top tier money. Yeah, absolutely.
This only problem is that is, you got these good players around me because it makes me better. So now you take these dudes away from me, I don't look as good. But when they're with me, we go to the championship games and we go to Super Bowls. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
regardless, Mr. Irrelevant's going to get paid this year.
Yeah, any better.
I like Brock Purdy, though.
When we return, here's maybe my favorite question of the day. Are we sure the Cowboys are good? Are we? But are we, though? That's the question. After getting blown out by with the #1 overall pick just a year ago, and yesterday they announced that he is getting benched. You're sitting down, your #1 overall pick. That's a player who's supposed to change the trajectory of a franchise. And the only thing that's trajectory that's changing is his position, as now he's going to be taking a seat on the bench, and Andy Dalton will start. Bryce Young, 2-16 as a starter. Shady, I'm starting with you, big dog. I'm starting with you. We're in the locker room.
A lot of notes you got.
Keep it real. Was it the right decision for the Panthers to bench Bryce Young?
No, it wasn't. And it's funny because Tom Brady had a conversation about this earlier. He said, you forcing these young quarterbacks, right, to come in the league and start as rookies, right, where a lot of the best players, especially the best quarterbacks, they had a chance to wait and watch, right? The
Patties, the Aaron Rodgers.
Come on, in the time. So now you can really learn, okay, I'm learning from his mistakes, right, going to the film, et cetera. And now you get a guy like Bryce Young who you traded all these picks and players to get the #1 draft pick, right? Because he's not a first rounder. He's the #1 pick overall. he's supposed to be your franchise guy, and you bench him in the second year? So let me give you some names, though, because I never have cards for the locker room conversation.
not.
But for this one, it's just been on my mind, all right?
I feel you.
So I'm going to call some dudes not really that good, right? But they got paid. The team stuck with them. Look at him. He's the main one.
Oh, my goodness.
I should say from last.
Oh, my goodness.
Trevor Lawrence, though, right? Now, you know he just signed a $275 million contract, right?
55 a year.
His first 2 years, though, wasn't that good. 12 and 22, 37 touchdowns, 25 picks, 39 takeaways. That's like fumbles. That's
fumbles.
like picks.
A lot of fumbles.
Is that good?
No, sir.
He gets paid. That's one.
Oh, that's one.
Okay, two. Oh, look at him.
That's like fumbles. Oh, my, look at that.
Daniel Jones, all right? He just got paid. I got to get $160 million.
A lot of money.
Okay. His first 2 seasons, 26 starts, 8-18. That's a losing record. 35 touchdowns, 22 picks. Another one, 39 turnovers.
What is that, like picks and fumbles?
Picks and